Love for animals, the evolution of Chernobyl puppies. Today, on Love for Animals, we will understand the evolution of Chernobyl puppies. But first, let's remember what happened to the Chernobyl region. The Chernobyl region was taken over by Russia during simultaneous attacks commanded by Vladimir Putin. A Russian bombardment hit the region of Zaporizhia nuclear power plant, Europe's largest, located in central Ukraine. On April 26, 1986, the Chernobyl area was the scene of the largest nuclear accident in history, when a reactor exploded during a safety test and the plant releasing 200 tons of radioactive materials into the atmosphere. Pripyat became a ghost town. The entire surviving population was evacuated. Consequently, many dogs remained, resulting in their genetic differentiation. The dogs of Chernobyl. They are the descendants of the dogs from animals abandoned by their owners when they fled the region from Chernobyl disaster. Over time, these animals began to be killed by local authorities. Some of those that escaped continued to roam the radioactive region, which made them genetically different. It is estimated that there are currently about 800 dogs living within the radioactive exclusion zone. In the story, per the journal Science Advances, a group of researchers evaluated the genome of the dogs in 3 different regions near the Chernobyl plant. In all, the genetic materials of 302 dogs were analyzed. This uncovered 15 different families, with the largest of them living in the radioactive exclusion region, indicating that there was migration between the animals from the power plant and the city of Chernobyl. It was expected that because the animals move and breed through the 3 regions, they would have the same genetic makeup. However, the study found that the dogs living closest to the blast site are different from those further away. Those living at the power plant show some German Shepherd characteristics, while the others are a mixture of other modern breeds. In principle, and being highly dependent on dose and exposure time, ionizing radiation causes oxidative stress, cell and DNA damage, among other effects. However, the authors of the paper have not published data on changes in dogs, particularly whether they observed changes in mutation rate. But many are mistaken in thinking that Chernobyl dogs have a strange appearance, more like fur-legged, two-headed, or two-tailed. In fact, they are extremely beautiful and shiny-haired dogs, and for the most part, very friendly and responsive. Apparently, they look fine, but those who live with them and visit the city know the real situation. According to the Clean Futures Fund, a non-governmental organization that monitors and provides assistance to the dogs living in the exclusion zone, the lives of these dogs and the lives of these dogs are dangerous. They are at the risk of radioactive contamination, wolf attacks, forest fires, and starvation, and other threats. The average lifespan of dogs in Chernobyl exclusion zone is only 5 years. Bogdan already is his first days of work as a guard at one of Chernobyl's control posts began to share the site with a pack. He says that the dogs happily accompany him when he walks the abandoned streets of the exclusion zone in search of trespassers. The dogs always seem eager to see if he or any tourist brings food. When a companion dog gets distracted or runs off to hunt an animal, it always returns. Dogs sometimes bark at strangers on first encounter because it is their nature, according to Bogdan. But when they realize that they are not threatened, they calm down and start wagging their tails. On some occasions, it even appears that the dogs are smiling. Generally, visitors to Chernobyl are advised not to touch dogs, for fear that the animals may be carrying radioactive dust. It is impossible to know where the dogs roam, and some parts of the exclusion zone are more contaminated than others. Guards generally do not worry about the radiation that dogs can transmit, although they occasionally check with detectors. In fact, it seems that the dogs, with the companionship they offer, end up transmitting confidence to the people who interact with them on a regular basis. They are a great companion for the guards who work at the site and also the visitors. In general, they are sweethearts. Some live apart and are not friendly, and others love company and to be petted. And yes, you can pet these kitties, for it won't be a risk to your health. But of course, taking a great care and washing your hands afterwards. Unfortunately, whether it affects them or not, the dogs continue to actively accumulate contamination. Hopefully, to help control dog populations in Chernobyl exclusion zone and prevent unnecessary suffering, CFF initiated the Chernobyl Dogs program in 2017. The Clean Futures Fund worked with partners to establish a sterilization and vaccination program for the dogs residing in the zone. They brought in veterinarian scientists, dog catchers, and general volunteers from around the world to help provide the medical care they needed. Each year, a different team of volunteers came to the area to provide medical care for the dogs. And you can also help these babies have a better life. Just go to the Clean Futures website and make your donation. The link will be in the description. Thank you very much for watching our video until the end. Leave your comment below and don't forget to like it. Share this video with your friend who loves curiosities about these amazing beings. A kiss and see you next time.